Somebody's sleeping in my bed. Somebody's taking my place. His daddy's sleeping in his bed. His daddy's taking his place. And you know what that means. That Richard's gone crazy. Richard's gone crazy. Richard's gone crazy. Yes, indeed. Hey, Richard's gone crazy. Richard's gone crazy. Richard's gone crazy. Yes, indeed. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Ty. I am here to review Season 6, Episode 5 of Tyler Perry's soap opera comedy drama, The Oval. And the episode is titled Something to Hide. And I do apologize, folks. I'm a little late on getting this video up because I ain't watch it when it aired. There was a lot going on. I ended up watching it in the morning, this morning. So that's that. So now I got to give my shout outs to my lovely subscribers. Y'all leave me these wonderful comments in the comment section. Y'all checking out my song request videos and leaving your song requests. So shout outs to folks like Lamont Simpson, Count Your Blessings, Kalendra Antonelli, Bobby Ray. What's up, Bobby Ray? Richard Campbell, Miss Lavender, LaRonda Jackson, Angry Smurf. I like that name, Angry Smurf. Let's see. Richard Manley, the R.C. Kroger, June BLC, Priscilla David Bronson, and all the rest of you wonderful, wonderful people that be leaving comments. Keep the comments coming. I do appreciate it. Now let's get right down to this episode. Richard stabbed his daddy. And, you know, Nancy came in and talking big stuff like, yeah, you know what, I'm sick of you. But now she like, oh, Lord. When Richard stabbed that man, Richard lost it. So she's like, Richard, you gonna kill him. You gonna hurt him. Richard told her, listen, ho, you better get up out of here, too, before you be next. Get away from here. Go on about yourself. Poor Dell stuck in the middle of this. Richard's father's down there. What's Richard's father's name? Clarence? Otis? What's his name? Otis? Clarence? I think it's Clarence. Anyway, we just gonna call him Richard's daddy laying down there. Oh my God, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Nancy's like, oh, come on. No. He said, I'm not gonna make it. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. No. And he went on to glory. He's dead. Richard done killed his daddy. Ain't that crazy? Nancy says she can't believe it. She don't know what's going on. And then Nancy says to Dell, listen, we got to call the cops. Call the cops. First she was telling Dell, get the car, get this, get that. Where are we going with this man bleeding like this? Call the ambulance, whatever, but it's too late now. Then she tells... She's arguing. Now she's Tony Tough again with Richard, and she's like, yo, you done messed up, and I'm calling the cops. But she doesn't call the cops. She calls Sam. So then when she calls Sam, we see Sam at home in his bedroom, and she tells him, she says, Sam, Richard killed his father. So Sam is to come to the rescue, and guess what? He's greeted with glass on the floor when he gets out the bed because Priscilla is tripping, and Priscilla has left glass on the floor, I guess, so he can cut his feet. And not only that, she took all his clothes and she burned them. They're burning in the backyard. Now, Priscilla, listen, yes, I know that Sam had sex with Victoria for 5 seconds. But you are taking this too far. Like, what is going on, Priscilla? Like, calm down. She's taking this too far, really taking this too far. But she told him, yeah. So he said, listen, he's telling you acting childish and being stupid. He said, listen, Richard killed his father, and I got to get over there. She goes, oh, well, that's just too bad. And she leaves him. So he in his underwear. She said, I don't know how you gonna get there. He said, you burned all my clothes. So apparently, Sam, you're a good sleeper. Sam he's a deep sleeper because you didn't hear her fumbling around and getting all the clothes out the house, and you didn't hear the glass breaking unless you broke the glass and then broke it and then brought it in and put it on the floor. You didn't hear any of that. You were sleeping real good. She done took all your clothes. You didn't smell no smoke. She done burned your clothes and did all this stuff. But he said, this is stupid. You need to grow up. She said, I don't care. I do not care. So now Priscilla decides she's going to go over, because I said that was kind of heartless of her, but she said she's going to go over to Miss Nancy and Richard's house, and she gets there, and the reporters are there, and so is the police officer, and he's questioning Dale, and Priscilla steps in, and Priscilla's like, no, don't answer anything. They need a lawyer. And I'm like, how is Priscilla so powerful that she's able to talk to the police like this? She seemed like she got a whole lot of power. She telling this police, y'all need to leave, and y'all ain't getting no video footage of nothing, and Dale ain't answering nothing, and Richard ain't answering nothing. She said, listen, their son was just recently murdered, and you want to bother them. They're under a whole lot of stress right now. And then the police officer asked the question, well, do you think this is some kind of retaliation? What the hell is he talking about? What do you think? There's some gang thing going on? But the thing that amazed me with this was how stern Priscilla was and how she has so much power. She's like, no, they're not going to do this. No, they're not going to do that, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, okay, so she got all this power now? And this is the weakest police officer ever. I'm like, who are you, ma'am? I would have been like, miss, mind your business. I'm questioning the people that were here in the house. Mind your business. Who the hell are you? But then she mentions that, Richard works for the White House and connected and this and that, and you need to let us handle this and get the press out of here too. And he's like, I can't really do that. I have no control over that. So that was very interesting. But now, this is what I thought was funny too. As she goes inside with Dale and Nancy, Sam comes in his underwear and an apron because he don't have no clothes, and he comes over and he knocks on the door and he's like, open the door. But he has an attitude, so I'm like, did he see that it was Priscilla? Because how you just come in and you got an attitude? Open the door. She doesn't open the door, being really childish and stupid. I was like, oh my goodness. She does not open the door for him. And now she's in the dining room with Richard and Dale and Nancy, and everybody's asking a stupid question, what happened? He stabbed him. That's what happened. You need to tell me what happened. He stabbed him and he's dead. He stabbed him because he was banging his wife, and he's had enough of his daddy banging his wife, and he stabbed him. Now he's dead. So I just was so tired of him. Richard, what happened? Stop asking the man what happened. You know what happened. He killed his daddy, and he snapped. And Richard right now say he don't give a damn, he don't care. But I want to go back a little bit, because I'm going to go back to Priscilla saying how they just lost their son, talking about Barry. Mr. Perry, Mr. Tyler Perry, when are we going to get Barry's funeral? Can we get a funeral, please? We need a funeral. I said this before when Picky was killed, that we needed a funeral for Picky, but we didn't do one for Picky. But can we do one for Barry, please? We need Barry's funeral. We need Tamla Mann to come on there and sing Take Me to the King. We need somebody, I'm going up yonder to be with my Lord. We need somebody to sing that too. What's the lady? I forgot the woman who sings that, but Tremaine Hawkins, I think, sings that. Get them. Come on, let's make this a star-studded, But they ain't going to do that. But anyway, back to... One of y'all told me I needed help, and y'all might be right. But yeah, going back, so they're having this whole conversation about what are we going to do. Priscilla and Sam and Nancy. And Nancy's talking tough again, and I'm not getting all this because this is basically all your fault, Nancy. This really is all your fault because you couldn't find no other man to bang except for this guy's father. This guy, your husband's father, who you had a secret baby with back in the day. I see why Richard snapped. And so she's talking all this toughness to him and all, and I just was like, and he called her a piss poor woman. Basically said basically he was calling her a dirty hoe, but he said it a different way. You're a piss poor woman. That's when you call somebody a dirty hoe right there. That's what he doing. And then we also learned something, because we were like, where's the nosy neighbor? We learned that the nosy neighbor is out of town. So, and they said, but she might have footage on her camera. You know, she got a camera at her house. And Nancy was like, no. She told Priscilla, no, she wouldn't have seen the stab in the camera because, you know, the stabbing took place in the dining room. And so they're like, Sam is in there still in his underwear. And Richard says, what are you wearing? What you got on? Because eventually he had Dell open the door and let Sam in because Priscilla wasn't going to let him in. So they're having that whole conversation, and Priscilla is still being ridiculous because Sam is like, I'm going to take you to my house. And she's like, you don't have a home. Ma'am, yeah, he cheated on you, but he does have a home. If he paid a mortgage up in there, he definitely has a home. So that, she just annoyed me with her attitude and just being angry. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Come on. So Sam takes Richard. And then let's talk about how Dale is standing there with Miss Nancy. She's in the house with Dale. She said, Dale, can you stay? She said she wanted Dale to stay. And Dale, she tells Dale, go get me some more booze. I need more liquor. I need more. But she did, before that, when she was talking to Priscilla, she did say all of this was her fault. And Priscilla was like, don't say that. No, you should say that. You're right. It is all your fault. It is all your fault. You caused this whole thing. It's your fault. Because you could have banged the mailman, somebody, the cable guy. You couldn't find somebody in the bar. What is this? Just ridiculous. You didn't have to do it with his daddy. So anyway, they're deciding that they're going to cover this up and protect Richard. And Priscilla's got her idea. Sam got his idea, whatever. But Miss Nancy tells Dale she wants some booze. And then she's like, you know what? Matter of fact, let me get my credit cards and stuff. Let's run this credit. I'm going to run the credit up, run his credit up, buy whatever you want, get whatever you want. She said, matter of fact, I'm going with you. We going to run his credit up. Now, I'm like, which one is it, Miss Nancy? 1 minute you old, pitiful, and sorry. Next minute you pissed off at Richard. You just said it was all your fault. Now you're so mad. Now you're like, oh, now I'm going to spin up. I'm going to max out all the credit cards. Just stupid. Just really stupid. Then we saw Sam and Richard having their conversation. And, you know, Sam shared with him that he also understood where Richard was coming from by snapping and killing his father. Because he said, I'm 2 seconds of killing that muscle man, Bobby. And he said, you know, these women, they had their whole conversation about women. Then we had a scene with Donald and Lily. And Donald pretty much said that, pretty much told her she was coming to the Oval because they were having a press conference or something. He wanted her there to meet the new president, talking about President Shaggy, talking about Eli. And I'm like, why do we need her there? And he's like, you're coming. And they were doing these little, oh, yes, sweetheart, this, you know, shady things towards each other. And I'm like, why does he need her there? Does he know that guy is trying to rescue her in contact with her? Maybe he's aware of that, because I don't see the point of her coming to the White House. I really don't see the point of Lily coming to the White House. Then we get to Hunter. Hunter says, man, listen, he got his legs back and he is ready to kick ass and take names. So he goes to crazy Jason. He says, Jason, you got to show me these tunnels, this, that, and the third. Jason tries to make excuses. Oh, the guys are too big. They're not going to fit. Blah, 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 blah. The agent that I called, James Ingram, he was like, you listen, your son showed us this before and there was nothing. And he said, no, but Hunter said, he's going to show us the real thing this time. And he says, listen, you're going, and that's that. He put his foot down, And so Crazy Jason's going to take them through the tunnels or whatever these secret passageways are. So that was that. And then we have Victoria talking to Shaggy, and she's telling him, don't you trust Donald? And he's so stupid. Oh, he's doing a great job so far. What do you mean? He's doing a great job. She's like, don't get too close with him. But, Eli's stupid. So they're having that conversation. And then we see a conversation with Alan and some cute young lady that works in the White House. And she got past the North Wing or whatever wing it was. And Alan went off on her. Who told you could go this way? You're not supposed to go this way. Goes off on her yelling. And come to find out it was just a test from Kyle. Kyle is like, yeah, I was testing you to see, just to see if you was on your game. But here's my thing. Alan is not security, so why is this pressure on him to make sure that he's doing his job? That's not really the scope of his job. It really isn't, but whatever. Then we had Max and Alonzo having a conversation, and Alonzo tells him that he believes that Bobby, that Kyle might be following Bobby or doing something. He said there's something going on. And so Max tells Alonzo, you need to check up on that. And what was that whole thing between them, since when that was Alonzo and Max calling each other, hey, sugar bums and dumpling and all these where did that come from? That was interesting. And then the episode ends with Hunter, his crew of men, and Crazy Jason all coming out of the secret passageways into the Oval where Eli and Victoria are. And he's like, hi, dear. And he has the guns a-blazing, and that's where it ends. So it looks like Hunter may be getting his office back. I don't know how many days have transpired now. This has been 2 days, 3 days. Still, the press is not aware of anything or anything like that. But this was an interesting episode. What did you all think about this episode? I'm trying to figure out where they're going with this now. So what's going to happen next week with this whole situation? How are they going to do all of this? Because Hunter's planning to take down Victoria. I don't think he's going to take down Victoria and expose anything. But this is all going to be interesting, how this all gets out, how they handle all of this. So that's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video.